Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. I was tricked into doing that, honestly, but you got to give me some. It's been a tough Europa League experience here at Old Trafford this season, so you got to give me my due. Just give me this moment of just being able to relax through a second half of football and not have to stress about if we can actually put the ball in the back of the net or not. It was fine tonight. We did the job. It was tough going at starters, but we scored from a corner. Well, hey, the first one this season, the first goal from a set piece this season. Set that out, and that's what broke it up. That's what basically gave us the room to do what we did in the second half, the changes that we had to make, and the opportunity to do them and rest some players. Ten Hag spoke about that in his press conference. We'd just been in there then. He's very happy that he was able to mix it up, change players, made all substitutes he possibly could, and now we are ready for West Ham at weekend, a bit fresher than what we were against Newcastle. Like I said in my preview for this game, we put the game to bed early, and the changes definitely helped in the second half, freshen things up. I asked a question to Ten Hag regarding Rashford. Obviously, it's good to see Ronaldo scoring goals, but Rashford, Ten Hag said, played a more of a 10 role. I didn't see it quite that way myself, but that's how he did it. He wanted to try Ronaldo and Rashford together in a 9 and a 10, and it seemed to work well because obviously he backed that up by saying both of them scored the goals in the second half. So you can't really fault him for that, and you can't really disagree with what he said there. Rashford took his goal well. Another header in the 6-yard box. He missed that one against Newcastle, but he's getting in them positions a lot more now. And tonight, he took that chance. That's why I went in with that question on Ten Hag, and he replied with, that is what they are working on. He mentioned that he wanted Rashford to play a more central role this season. He's seen him as a striking option, and that's what he's been working on in training, getting in the box, changing it up, and is it getting in there when it mattered, when the crosses come in? Because that's 2 goals from crosses in a week now. Obviously, we've seen Casemiro's cross and header against Chelsea. Now the same against Sheriff tonight with Rashford, and obviously we've seen it from the corner as well. So we are getting better deliveries in the box. That's what is needed, especially with the likes of Ronaldo around, who's limited in terms of what he can do now running wise. We've seen that, but predatory inside the box, that's what Ronaldo is right now. That's what we need a bit more from Rashford, and we got that tonight, so you can't really complain. In terms of opposition, pretty poor, let's be honest. They didn't even register a shot on goal, and United had around about 75% possession as expected, but unlike Ammonia, we managed to put the ball in the back of the net. That's what the end game is, and that's the first time we've won by 3 goals this season. I think it's the first time this season we've managed to actually score 3 goals at Old Trafford without conceding, and it's looking a bit better. The goal difference went up, sadly. Well, we know that Sociedad won. They won 2-0, so we've gained 1 goal on them. It just makes it clear now. We have to go to Sociedad and we have to win by 2 clear goals. Otherwise, we are going to be in the pot with the big boys in February, like I said in the preview video. I think we can do it. I'm confident we can do it. We had some decent performances there tonight. Obviously, we got Harry Maguire back in as well, so we've got another option at the back. Whether you like it or not, it's another squad member, because Martinez is on that yellow card in the Premier League, and we are going to need, and there could well be a moment in the rest of this part of the season before the World Cup break where we see our old favourite Lindelof and Maguire partnership back at Old Trafford or wherever we're playing, because that yellow card is probably going to come with the way Martinez is playing. But Martinez was, again, rested today. That's the beauty of getting the game put to bed. And that 1-0, I thought Ten Hag was bold. He was confident enough that we were controlling the game at 1-0 and made the changes. Nothing really moved around with that. We were actually still comfortable, but he's got confidence in his team now. He's saying that there in the press conference. He's happy with Ronaldo. He expects that from Ronaldo. But he did also say that Ronaldo has to sort of fight his way back in to the Premier League squad. He didn't say he's got a Premier League team and a Europa League team. He said it's one team. He just changes it up where needed. But obviously, Marcus Rashford was in from weekend, and it's with Ronaldo in it. It's like, you have that game and you go, yes, we've got a Ronaldo, we've got that predatory instinct, that one who can win you the game out of nothing. And then Rashford comes on and does his bit. But then when Rashford starts, he doesn't look as good from starting games. A lot of Rashford's goals this season have come off the bench. I mean, the goals he's got in the Europa League this season have all been off the bench. Impact sub, he won't like saying that, but it's effective. And that's where Rashford has been good this season, as that extra option, like Ten Hag said. Then he mixed it up by putting a 9 and a 10 on, with both of them up front. So looking at it that way, he's got options. Garnacho played today, he's given him another option on the left hand side now. So that's a positive, and he was full of praise. He does say that he needs to learn a bit more. He's young, he's doing most of the stuff right, but there's them little elements of his game that he just needs to improve on and iron out that he's not happy with. So looking at that, you've got that as an option going forward there. Maybe when the Carabao Cup comes around with Aston Villa soon, you'll see more Garnacho. It was either him or Elanga. He was saying he wanted to give Garnacho a chance, and I think that decision was right. I think Garnacho did himself a lot of favours tonight. He got a lot of praise from all United fans. The press and the media were impressed with him. That's why the questions came. And like I said, there's another option there. When Rashford's not doing it, we know Garnacho can come, step up in front of 73,000 fans at Old Trafford and do a job for us. Elanga's there. Elanga's got to prove his point, and we didn't even get to Sancho tonight. So the options are there on that left-hand side. The problem is, and it's not so much a problem because it worked tonight, but like I said, and this is why I asked the question regarding Rashford in that central role. If Ronaldo stays, we're not buying a striker in January. Ronaldo looked happy tonight. He got his goal. He was received well by the fans, and he was appreciative of that at the end and when he scored his goal, and he looks happy. If Ronaldo stays, then we're looking at Rashford, Martial and Ronaldo for that central position, especially if we've got the likes of Elanga and I got that mixed up then. We've got Ronaldo, Rashford and Martial for the central position. Sancho, Elanga, Garnacho, we've got Anthony for the right. Sancho can play on the right. Rashford, if Martial's fit, can move over there. There's loads of options in that front three right now, but the big question is, how does he work that number 9? It's a key spot, and we're going to know because Martial was training obviously yesterday on his own. He's not a million miles away. Ten Hag said he thinks he will, or hopes he will, be playing before the World Cup comes in. So Martial is going to play a big part in this season, I think. And I think will tell us exactly how he sees a lot of these other players right now, because I think Martial is his key. I think he's the linchpin in that forward line that he wants to work off, and that's how he wants to go about it. For me, it's good to see loads of options. It's good to see different combinations and him trying different things and having the chance to, and being able to relax and actually, and you know what, try a few different options in the forward line. Try a few options in defence, because like I said, we are going to need it. But comes down to next Thursday. All looks good now, but if we don't get a result next Thursday, then it doesn't count for nothing, and we're in with the big boys again. Cheers for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think. Drop a like, share and subscribe as always. I'll see you for West Ham at weekend.